Hello, my dear Virgo. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between June 16 and June 30, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I used the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Zero Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. And I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgo to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take a chance to tell you that the Sun in Gemini opposing Saturn moving retrograde in Sagittarius. So the days until Sun moves into Cancer, sorry, I can't really read my own handwriting, will be fiery with Gemini Sagittarius combination. The Sun will continue opposing Saturn in Sagittarius when it moves into Cancer. 8 of Wands there, and here we have the very loving Empress Venus. So important energy for you, obviously, when it moves into Cancer. And the Cancer Sagittarius combination represents the Chariot, where you have 2 opposite forces that need to be brought together to get you show on the road. And here's Cancer, and we had the 8 of Wands, Sagittarius jumping before. So the moon is Cancer. So you both your emotions, like listen to your emotion, also the negative one. Roll out the red carpet to them and stay in them. They will keep you here and now, forgetting about time, being in your body. The Sagittarius energy then, it's finding out where you want to aim your life energy, how you want to use your time while you're here. To get the show on the road. While Saturn, the strict teacher, will be opposing the Sun until June 24th, and June 21 will have the midsummer solstice over the tropical of Cancer, and June 24 we will have the new moon in Cancer joined there with the Sun, Mercury, and Mars. So powerful for all those Cancerians, I guess, born on that day. And Venus will be in Taurus this period, and Neptune, Pluto, and Saturn is still going retrograde, and Jupiter is moving direct since June 10. So for you Virgo, nothing really happens more than you are affected by the current energy, of course, but moon moves to your sign June 28 to 29. So I will just tune in for a few seconds. So my dear Virgo, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the second half of June 2017, but whenever you watch this, it's probably the exact right time to see it. You can also see this video several times during the period, and you will probably get a better and better picture of what's going on each and every time you see it. So the first card for you is that Sag moon. So it seems like the things that happening in Cancer during this time will also affect you greatly on an emotional level. I know that this is in the past, but it came out for this Cancer happening this month, so it's already affecting you probably. The moon is a long journey into your own subconscious, so it's not a thing that's over in a week. This is about facing your fears, and when you do so, it's kind of very triggering and amazing, because with those fears, before you came here, you have kind of programmed that behind those fears will be the greatest treasure. So when you can face those fears, and I don't mean like kind of balancing between two towers on a very thin line, but facing normal fear that you know are kind of crippling your life, being unable to put boundaries, being unable to go into certain areas of maybe you can't go into an elevator, or the different, like you can't go into square, you can't go into where there's many people, you have trouble to find a partner because you are not feeling comfortable with them from the beginning, and similar things. It can be whatever. It can be also hate and unforgiveness against parents and caretakers and exes, and it can be a lot of things. Wherever you feel anger or fear is usually a place where you need to kind of clean out your wardrobe. So go in there to the enchanted forest, naked preferably, so you can know your fear inside out. And when you have done so, you will kind of get a hero badge and these treasures that's been buried here. It might be like your more of your creativity. It might be getting enormous courage. It might be getting close to your own inner strength. It might be being able to connect to your feelings, maybe getting telepathic abilities. It can be a lot of things, so it's really truly worth it. So with the moon, some of you might have gone through depression, maybe for a long period of time or maybe a shorter period of time. But it might be that it's coming to an end now. It's going to be a culmination of this energy now with what's happening here in June. So we'll hope for that. The next card is a little Page of Swords. So this might be a person in your life, air sign person in your life, or it might be a child in any, like a young person underneath the age of 21 in any star sign, and it can also be your inner child, and probably it is, because here you have the moon. So it seems like there's trust issues. You have trust issues. You don't trust people to be nice, maybe, or you don't trust them to not betray you, or you have other kind of trust issues. Maybe you have a problem with communicating from your heart, communicating your true feelings. The Page of Swords, this child has usually had a difficult childhood where they really didn't feel seen or heard in some way. So if grown-ups is kind of giving a distorted version of the reality to a Page of Swords that's a really smart kid, the kid will either stop trusting themselves or the other persons, the grown-ups, or both themselves and grown-ups. So there might be real trust issues here with this combination. So you have been working with this here in the past. For some of you watching in early June, this might be happening now. Here you also have a Page of Coins, so that's you. So I think there might be two sides to you, that you have this trust issue, but in the same time you might be very like pure and honest and almost a little naive. So this might be you and another person that you have been maybe meeting, or that's mirroring you because you need to look at this old moon thing. It's usually a karma. It might be how you died in an earlier lifetime, or some difficult betrayal, or something else that has triggered a very deep wound within you. And now you're kind of mirroring this, probably within another person, but this is also two aspects of your inner child, because in other case it didn't need to be mirrored. So the Page of Coins is very trustworthy and honest and very true to their mission. They are kind of not giving up under any circumstances. It's this person that will fight for love even if it's totally impossible, while this one have already left the room or the building for a long time ago. So between those two, it can be a little bit imbalance, like this person taking a lot of responsibility while this person more shies away. So it can be harder for you if you have an inner child that has this trust issues to come close to it. Maybe to think that you won't be able to take care of it anyway if you get it to resurface from the shadows. So profound inner child work seems to have been at play here for you. The next card is Three of Cups. So, okay, how do you make your inner children come out and play? Well, make life more playful. Make life worth living. Bring in more friends. Bring in more happy events. You might say that you're too tired or you don't have the strength, but at least start to look at funny movies or read fun books or call your funniest friend and talk with them. Do whatever to make yourself happy. It's the Trinity here, Three of Cups, and it starts with the moon. For some of you, you might be in a kind of a love triangle. The moon can sometimes be betrayal, and so we have this little that doesn't trust, and this that's more naive and trusting. People that doesn't trust, they mistrust other, and they are usually rather judgmental and can be manipulating at times. The Three of Cups here shows that sometimes when we open up to joy and love, we also risk being betrayed. But this is, everything is all right. You will be able to survive any kind of betrayal or other thing happening. The most important thing is to actually live your life, not in fear, but in awe for what you have and for what you can have and for all the things that you can invite in your life. If it shows up to be a thing that were joyous, but then you can't keep it because it betrayed you, then it's just to show the door, and it will come new. That sacrifice will make new happy things come into your life. So you don't have to have such a stiff view of your life. It can be sometimes you need to tell a person really fiercely, like you have broken a trust, so I can't trust you. You need to prove your trust to me if you want to be with me again. And how you do that is totally up to you. But for now, there's the door. But we don't go there right now, because Three of Cups, I want you to be able to take care of those inner children. Either they will betray you or backstab you or not. See to that you have fun. And also keep your boundaries in the fun. Some fun can have like a bitter aftertaste. So try to do things that you really rejoice in, not try to make it happy or fun for the other person or make you lovable so they will want to be with you. Try to see to that you have fun. And you might have more fun if you are able to put boundaries also and say where your comfort zone is kind of ending, and this I don't want to do. That could also be a very good way to face your fears, to start showing people that you actually are not going to do it. That might be a very good phase to go through when you're healing from some kind of trauma. So happy, happy, happy. Keep things happy and rejoice. It's like being 3 years old again. And here you have a Two of Cups. So even though you really fear each other and you fear the future and you fear betrayal and you fear deception and everything, try to be able to connect with people anyway. Keep the love for yourself, like the very grounded love for yourself, so you can protect yourself if something bad happens. And then you can take yourself out of there without so much harm, because you still love yourself. What the other person does, it's not really you can't control it, and you shouldn't take it very personally. That's about what they do, it's nothing about you. So Two of Cups seems like you might have met a person, maybe an air sign person, that you might have like a karmic issue with, and you are going to have to sort it out. But for now, it's like you're meeting and everything is kind of fun and happy and beautiful. So that's really nice. And so enjoy it while it lasts. It's like your plan and God's plan. So you know that love is usually like a honey trap for you to be able to go on a spiritual quest and learn a lot of things, being like almost tearing your hair out by the roots, because you're going crazy, but you're going to learn so much. So enjoy this moment of maybe fresh new love and or some beautiful gathering with your family, or some beautiful connection together with the children or young people, and don't mind so much about the future. Try to be here and now. Don't mind so much about your fear of losing things. If we fear losing things, we can't really enjoy the happy things when they come, and we're always in the mood of being rather sad, instead of enjoying the heights and then taking the lows as they come and then enjoying a new height. So if you can't enjoy the height, you can't really live. Live with passion, or not at all, kind of. So underneath the moon, of course, we have the devil. So there's some real true shadow works that's on the tape for you here. And this the moon is Cancer, and this is Capricorn. We have Pluto moving retrograde in Capricorn. It's triangulating Venus, June 19 to 29. And opposing Mars, June 21st, and throughout the month. So there's a lot of things going on astrological with those aspects that will rock your foundation a little bit and take like hidden feelings up to the surface. So you might be overreacting to situations right now. Try to not overreact. Try to be in your soul, like and also fake it until you make it. If you can't be leveled and less dramatic, and just feel your feelings and know that this is not about this situation. It's just triggering something old, like ancient here. So try to keep yourself leveled and imagine that you are some great idol that you admire, like someone that's really emotionally mature, that you can think, what would that person have done in this situation? Because here you will be scared. And you will be scared either for yourself or for others and their actions, or both. You might be scared of what you will feel next, or what you that you will become over dramatic, or that you will lose grip of a situation. Just watch this, both the fear and the kind of losing grip, because it's your shadow coming out to play, and it's probably your inner children. So let them come out and play and see what they are doing, and also try to be a little diplomatic on their behalf, like saying, I feel like you're not seeing me really right now, instead of blowing a tantrum like children usually do. The next card underneath the Page of Swords is the Emperor. So it might be a person coming into your life, maybe a masculine person. It might be an Aries, Capricorn, or any air sign, maybe Cancer as well. Emperor, it means a masculine energy, and it might be that your children needs a masculine entity, a masculine archetype. So not only do you have your children in the basement down here suppressed, you might also have your masculine side, your aggression, your ability to put up goals for yourself, your ability to be decisive, and also to maybe sometimes overrule others. No, this is not how we are going to do it. We're going to do it this way. You need this masculine energy to be able to make well-grounded decisions that you are not going to change in the last minute because some other person says so. You need to have this empire for yourself where you decide about your business. So this is going to be very healthy for you. When you are being able to start to build like a stable foundation for yourself, you are going to become more whole, because more of your lost soul parts will re-enter your life, and every soul part is holding a part of your soul's energy. So you will get more energy, you will get more creativity, you will get more strength, you will get more visions, you will be more whole. So all those archetypes that's now coming to you, they need a strong foundation, they need their leader, they need someone to point with their whole hand, so that you will be very fierce in your relationship, in your work situations, and in other kind of problematic situations. not just going with the flow anymore, but actually taking decisions that can have bad consequences, but you are not fearing your feelings so much anymore because they are not dangerous. You have found out that they are your telepathic skills, feeling what's ever going on within you, or within your biofeedback system, or with another person that you're currently hanging out with. So this is not something dangerous. It's just like your feedback system. And when you're not afraid of your feelings anymore, you are not going to be afraid of the consequences either, because you have now the authority to calm down your feelings and listen to them, take the necessary information from them, but not dwell around in them. So this is actually very good. You are building like a family here inside yourself, and maybe in your outside world as well, even though this is with a person that's Capricorn and Aries, that's very stubborn, that's very like a person that's very much my way or the highway, and needs to have it in their particular order and organized in a certain kind of way. It might make you crazy, it might be you. So, but this is your masculine side coming here. So and here you have an Ace of Cups underneath your little Page of Coins. So I think you are falling in love. I think you are falling in love. It's like a new love. It might be you're falling in love with yourself, or your heart becomes whole. Maybe you're healing your inner child. Maybe you are forgiving your father. Maybe you are forgiving other masculine persons in your life. Maybe this child that has been so very suspicious is now having a father figure, an archetype within you that they can trust. So Ace of Cups is healing your heart chakra. It's also very pure and innocent love. It's also having connection to ground control through your feelings. So it's very good here. The next card underneath the Three of Cups is the Lovers. So lovers is when girl meet girl, boy meet boy, or girl meet boy, and where you fall in love. This instant, like flash love. You have both the Ace of Cups here and Three of Cups. So it seems like there's really love in the air here, and it's very beautiful. And you see the creativity that comes from this, and it's the Trinity, mother, father, child, or you and your partner and the divine working together. And also the relationship has a certain entity. So there's always trouble in paradise, because this is just a honey trap. It's just here to make you grow. So, but you need to trust love, even though the sword that might be hidden in the wings of your partner can really hurt you, because love isn't there only for your happiness, is also there for your growth. So it wants to come here. Probably a beautiful love relationship, but it can be also something that you're really passionate about when it comes to your job or creative endeavor. It might also be a very a love that you have for children, and maybe you are reconnecting with your father as well. So that kind of love, it looks very familiar, but it's also very romantic. So I think it's a big spread here. The next card is the Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups is water. So you had Cancer in the beginning. This is actually Pisces. That is Cancer. And this is Gemini. You had some air here as well. So you have all. It will be a wide range of people in your life from all different. It can be any star sign actually. So here Knight of Cups comes. It's like an offer of romance, an offer of love, and it comes underneath Two of Cups. So I think this is a person being serious. So even though the Knight of Cups is a little bit young energy and can be like romantic one day and forget about you the next day, but here it seems like stable. It has the Two of Cups over its head and flanking the Lovers. So Knight of Cups could be a person coming and asking for forgiveness. Together with the Three of Cups, it might even be like an offer of engagement or marrying. You also have the little bit marry card there. Celebration. So, and the Lovers in the center of all this, and you and this watery person coming here is a person coming bearing emotions, like holding the Holy Grail before you, giving you an offering. it might also be you giving the offering, but I think you are the target of this offering. So it looks very beautiful. It looks very hopeful for you, Virgo. Even though even if it's a family or friends, or it might be an offering of a job as well, something in a field that you really love, and it will be where you need to use more of your masculine skills. So this time in the love relationship, don't give it all away for free. Try to see things. Make it comfortable in the relationship for you too. Don't compromise until you're compromised until you don't know yourself anymore and you can't love the other person. Try to be decisive, even if you risk offending this new sweet love that comes here. If they don't love you for the person that you are, they are not really worth having. Of course, you need to take them and their feelings into consideration, but it points really well to that this time you are supposed to also think about yourself. Also, not just being swooped away and be a part of this relationship, but also have your own mindset and your own vision of the future. It doesn't have to exclude any other person, but it can include them in a way that actually is also feeling very nice and comfortable for you. So don't forget your boundaries and your goals, like what you really want in the end. So here is the future. We have a Queen of Swords here. That's indicate Libra. And it comes underneath the Cancer and the Capricorn here, the Moon and the Devil. So I think you are going to get to know a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of things with other people. And you might judge them a little bit. But remember that every person have a baggage. Also, if you meet a new person, they won't be perfect. You aren't perfect either. So try to not judge other people for their shadow or their baggage. I guess that sometimes when we do this, we are afraid of our own baggage and we won't, and therefore we judge people, and therefore they don't get close and they can't see what we have been hiding here. So this is about starting to see what we have here instead, starting to see with a clear vision, getting to know one truth or two. The Queen of Swords might be a little bit reluctant to tell what she has discovered, but it might be good if you just have the attention on this first, what's going on within you. Your emotions might be going high tide, you might get aggressive or have some unusual personality trait that you don't really remember this to be one of your personal traits, but it's new things coming to you and you need to befriend them. So first you need to get to know them. Queen of Swords has a very sharp mind, so you can watch them with your soul, like see them. Just see their behavior, their emotions, their impulses, what they want, what they like, don't like. So be very like sharp-minded and awake here. It also might indicate that this Page of Swords might be Gemini or Libra. Next card for you here underneath the Page of Swords and the Emperor is the Nine of Swords. So if there comes any kind of air person into your life, they are going to be rather stubborn. They are going to be fighters. They are going to not want to buckle down. There's a beautiful situation where you can actually practice to not buckle down either. That will probably bring out a lot of conflict, but I think it's kind of silent here. Both the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords is kind of having this air of silence over them, even though they know a lot of things. It's like a hesitation here. It comes from this shadow. So I think both you and this other person are supposed to learn to stand your ground, and it can be difficult if you are you have the same mission. This might lead, of course, to some conflicts. So this person will be a little stubborn and maybe have a little touch of being a loner as well. So we'll see where it goes with that, but it's strength anyway. And so it might be better if this is a romantic love relationship, if both of you could aim this this is a little bit of a sense of revolution going on here. And if you can aim this revolution not against each other maybe so much, but against the things that you actually need to protect yourself from. Sometimes our shadow comes up with our partner, like the one that's most close to us, and we think that it's them who are responsible for us feeling like this, but they aren't. This is old. Like, this is ancient. You have been carrying this shadow around for like thousands of years. So when you feel like they are the problem, I can say that they are probably not. They are just there to make you, in this contrast, be able to be aware of a problem. So don't make them into a problem. And try to talk instead of silently judging. Try to talk. Try to tell exactly what you see. It seems like you are keeping me on an arm's length distance because you are scared of something, and you think that I will do something towards you. What can that be? It feels like you see me as a threat. You're interested in me, but you also see me as a threat. What is that? Can you talk with me about that? It's very crucial that you get a person like this to open up from the beginning, because in other case you will have like a closed muscle for the rest of, closed like a clam for the rest of the relationship. So it might be that you have some trouble with the boss at work, also some maybe people that are being a little judgmental or gossiping, and that you need to show bravery and be a little bit brave here, and not giving up, not letting them make you decide how you are going to feel. Don't let other people like control your mood. You don't take things they do personally. It's about their conscious level. And here you have also a 7 of Wands coming underneath your lovely Page of Cups and Ace of Cups. So if you meet a person, it looks like both those children are stubborn. This one is very, like, already have the ability to be very stubborn, and you seem to are going to learn this. Being a door bouncer, telling what's okay with this behavior and what's not. So starting to tell people in their face what you think, but in a nice way. Don't use blunt words. Take responsibility. Whenever you come into the room, I feel you have a very aggressive tone. It makes me feel anxious. It makes me feel I want to walk the other way and not talk with you. Can we do this in another? Can you lower your voice when you talk to me so you won't trigger me so much? That is taking responsibility. And if they say no, then you say, okay, I will go. So being a door bouncer here, you love this situation, person, your work, whatever. So it's high stakes here, much at risk, much happiness at risk, and still you need to say no. Still you need to be able to sort. You can't sell yourself in this situation. It's very crucial that you don't sell yourself. It might be a test. The divine is handing you like plate of love and saying, okay, so what will you do now? And if you start to compromise yourself and go into your old patterns, you will have a relationship or a work from hell. So what you need to do here is to remember everything you have being taught up till now, and use this and not compromise yourself into a corner, but actually being yourself and taking responsibility for who you are, and being like humble and just and emotionally mature. Fake it till you make it. So the next card here is the Queen of Wands. So that's a fiery person. It's Aries. You already had Aries with the Emperor here, and now you have both the kind of Amazonas warriors, queens. So it looks like this love relationship is going to turn into a war, and it's not a bad thing. You have to go through this. It's to test your new wand skills that you have been worked so hard on for several years here now. So now you're going to have a test run with them. So don't buckle down. I know you want to be a lover, you don't want to be a fighter, but you still need to be a fighter, but kind of a rainbow fighter, not a fighter for power and possessions, but for the right to be able to be yourself, for the right to be loved as the person that you are, for having the right to bloom, for having the right to express your true self, things like this. So yes, you are being called to war, and it might be that you are becoming a little bit fiery, and that you have it can be air sign, it can be fire, it can be earth as well, and water. So we don't really know. It will be different, but here it indicates Libra and Aries in this situation. And here you have an Ace of Coins. So it seems like you have the ability to create something new, and also solve karma in the same way, and also becoming you. You see here, Page of Coins mirror themselves in a love relationship or a passionate situation or a creative situation. Needs to make a choice, like, and be very firm, want happiness, but are not going to sell herself or himself. And here's an Ace of Coins. So this is you becoming your pure self, and not changing that what you are to fit in or to be loved. This is like resolving karma very beautifully. Okay, my dear Virgo, so I will take a card for you from my new deck. It's Oracle of Vision by Ciro Marchetti, the same artist that have made this Legacy of the Divine Tarot. So one card for my dear Virgo, this one, I guess. Maybe I will take another one if necessary. See here. Okay, so there's a situation where you have two faces, and those two faces are now going to become one. You are going to not be acting anymore. You are going to integrate your wisdom with your more younger energy, that one part that wants to have fun, wants to be loved, wants to have their needs met. But this one has much more experience and know that it's very good to not sell yourself short. So here they have the same vision. They have found the same vision. They are seeing eye to eye, and this is what's going to happen within you. You are supposed to unite with you very beautifully. I also will take a card from the past life oracle card for you to see what's going on a more karmic level here. What is it that you are going to have to solve? Okay, and we had 3 cards jumping here. So we have Egypt. Many of us have tried to go through initiation rites in Egypt. Egypt is also a triangle. It's about your soul. It's about your spiritual journey. It's about higher knowledge. And here you have Greco-Roman. That was a time where we kind of went back a little bit from this very high civilization, and it become more about looks, fitting in, having riches, standing above one another, hierarchy. So this is when we kind of learn to it's a little bit of an ego. So I've seen your flag on the marble top. Love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. So the one that kind of yields in love is of course the one that wins. But here it's supposed to, it's like humans have been divided into 2 groups. Nice, unconditional loving victims and power junkie, narcissistic people, perpetrators. And now the victims are going to have to learn how to be warriors and how to not take any more crap and letting people like do half of the work. There's need to be balance. So one side of you, one side of humanity, one side of Virgo is going to have to learn to put up boundaries, and the other half is going to have to learn how to yield, how to say I'm sorry, how to say okay, you're right, okay, I was wrong. And it might be that it's 2 different archetypes within you that needs to learn 2 different things. You might have one where it's stubborn side that needs to learn to say I'm sorry, and that this is actually giving you an energetic push and this feeling of love. So it wasn't dangerous at all. It was like just a little bit itty-bitty dangerous for your ego, nothing else. And the other half needs to learn that Sometimes you need to sacrifice abusive friends, relatives, co-workers, workplaces, partners, for the sake of yourself, for self-love. So it might be two different things. And here's spirituality and religion. So it's like this time you are going to make this initial initiation. You get another chance to now learn this and be free of this karma. So very beautifully. So thank you, Virgo, for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting to my videos. I have been very bad on answering the comments, but so I have been a little preoccupied, but I try to read them, all of them. So I really rejoice, and I don't want you to stop commenting. It's really lifting the energy level of the channel. So thank you so much. And take really good care now, and I hope to see you again in the beginning of July. I might change to another deck at that point, because this deck is starting to become a little flawed, but we'll see. I will try to keep it hanging on as long as possible. Okay, bye bye, dear Virgo.